Oh my God. Okay. Parking lot back there. Trail this way. Currently 0 degrees Celsius, going down to about -8 tonight, I think, with wind chill factor of -14. There is a lot more snow in here than I was expecting, since everywhere in town has nothing. As you can see, I've got a pink blanket on my shoulders. It wouldn't fit in my pack, and that is the one fear that I packed, was overkill on the blankets and stuff to keep me warm. But the excitement is here. The evening is here. My headlamp all ready to go, because I know it's going to get dark pretty quick. I'm going to get moving along. I've only got about 2 kilometers to the overnight area. I think I'm going to have to do some work to either clear some snow or get some pine needles and stuff to build a bit of a base. But oh my gosh, it's so pretty in here. I'm actually really surprised at how much snow is in here, but that's okay. All right, onward, upward to my first winter overnight adventure. I really don't think you're going to be able to see them, but there's 3 or 4 deer down at the bottom here. Let's see how long they'll stay there and whether or not, at least I think they're deer. I actually think they're down. Yeah, there they are. See them? Wow. There goes another one. That's amazing. I think my cleats are just too loud. Okay, so I'm pretty sure where I just saw them is where I'm going down to camp. As you can see, there's a good amount of daylight left, a ridiculous amount of snow, and it's very icy, so it's going to be interesting to see when I get down there if I can either clear a spot, find some pine boughs to put down to give a little bit of separation off of the ground, or I'll just have to set up right on top. See, I mean, if I can get in underneath, it shouldn't be that wet. But that was so cool. I haven't seen deer on trail in forever. I actually had a baby panic attack thinking that they were wolves or coyotes or something, but that's just imagination running wild. Yeah, we have them in the area, but they're not gonna bug me. Okay, so this is the area, and I mean, overall it doesn't look that bad. Alright, so apparently rule number 1 is not to get sweaty. I think I might have broken that one a little bit already. So we're gonna open things up a little bit, see if we can't stop. Tyvek's footprint. Now, being the fact that the ground's frozen, I'm not gonna be able to peg my tent. I'm trusting with the fact that it's not going to be windy tonight, that it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, that looks good. All right, time out, pee break. Apparently that's tip number 2. If you have to pee, don't hold it, because then you'll get cold. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do this. The ground's right there. All right, and then I'm gonna pile some snow in here so that air can't get in underneath. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've ever done. This is epic. Oh my gosh, do you see this right now? Never in a million years would I have thought that I would have ever hiked into the middle of the woods and camped in the middle of winter. This is insane. I am having a blast right now. Let's take a look at the whole setup, and then we're gonna crawl inside and get everything inside set up. And then I should probably think about making some dinner at some point. I am not even cold. Like, there's not even an ounce of wind. They're calling for the skies to clear. Right now it's cloudy, so I'm a bit confused, but I'm hoping that it's gonna clear overnight and be super beautiful in the morning. Let's take a look around. Okay, so trail's up there. I heard some skiers going by. I have a feeling that the trail for the skiing goes back that way because they came around over there. And I thought for a minute that they were gonna come through this area, but there's a big fence there, so they continued on and up. I don't think I'm gonna hear any other voices tonight. But before it gets too dark, okay, so here's my setup. I'm only gonna set up on this side. I might stomp that side down a little bit more. I still have some air there, but the thing is I don't want to have it so that it ends up inside my tent. And this is the side that I expect wind from. So field over there, and then I've got it kind of pegged down just like that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's get in, set up our bed, maybe message my mom, let her know I'm okay. All right, here we go. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm in. I'm kind of torn on how I want to do this. I brought that fleecy blanket, but I think I'm going to leave it between me and my air mattress instead of inside my sleeping bag. I have so much gear to stay warm. It's going to be in like a very, very cozy night, I think. Although I do want to make some dinner. So I'm going to get that started here and then maybe curl up and watch a movie. That works well. The moment I opened the door, though, I felt a huge difference, and now I can see my breath. So I don't want to leave that open too long. And having it right there, the other risk is if that falls over and this way, I'm going to soak everything and possibly burn myself. So I'm going to pay attention to that, get some dinner on, and go from there. I'll check in with you in a bit. Alright, tonight I've been slowly enjoying Backpackers Pad Thai. It's pretty good. It's not the same one that I've had before, which kind of sucks because I like the other one better. This one's a little bit too spicy for me. So some things I've learned tonight. Let's see here. When you get in and out of your tent, the heat inside your tent escapes almost immediately. So that one's fine. It is what it is. What else? My water actually heated up pretty quickly. I was anticipating it to heat up a little bit more slowly than normal, but maybe because I did it underneath the vestibule, it heated up a little bit quicker than expected. All right. So we're maybe 7:30 or so. I think I'm gonna make myself some tea. I don't have a lot of water left. So that's okay, because I don't really want a lot of water now. I don't want to have to get up again. Plus, I've used my whole 750 ml. This will be it. And then in the morning, I've got a full liter. I mean, I guess I could use a little bit of that. But right now, the bottle is full. And I don't particularly want to put air in it because I feel like if I put air in it, it'll freeze easier. Maybe I'm completely out of my mind. What do I want? Let's go with lemon. Oh, that works. Good night blend. Let's do that. All right. I would totally do this again. As of right this second, I would do this again. In terms of the solo factor, hasn't been that bad in terms of needing to pass the time. Yeah, let's do this way. I was going to use my little one, but I'm going to use my big one because I have a cozy for it and it'll keep the tea hot longer. So then I can enjoy it over a longer period of time. So let that sit for a few minutes and stoop. Love. I think I'm gonna... Does this freeze? Do I need to be worried about it? What's it say? Okay. Store in a cool, dry place in my tent. But I'm worried about this part. Like the actual stove part. Should I have it? I think I'm going to put it in my sleeping bag. If you know whether or not these things freeze or not overnight, can you like comment and tell me? I am going to put it in my thing and put it in my sleeping bag. Because the last thing I want is to go to make breakfast in the morning and it either doesn't work or something explodes. All right, here we go. Oh. All right. Oh, I was looking for my tea going, where did I put it? I thought I left it on my lap. Didn't want to spill it everywhere and get myself all wet and cold and gross. But it's right there in the big one, not the little one that I was worried about. Where did I knock it over? All right, let's put that away. I've never slept with so much stuff in my sleeping bag before. It feels really weird. I kind of want to push it to my feet, but then I'm worried that if my water bottle stays cold, it's going to make my feet cold. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just leave my water out, hope it doesn't freeze. It'll totally freeze. Maybe I'll put it in my pack. It won't freeze in there. I don't know. I have no idea. But I feel like my sleeping bag is full of stuff. I got my down-filled blanket in, or down-filled coat in there to wrap around my feet. Wow, that's a lot. And then my power packs, because I don't want the cold to drain them. Water, so it doesn't freeze. Now my stove. It's a party. All right. Cheers. Well, one final check-in here before I kind of just curl up for the night. What a cool experience. So on that note, I'm going to tuck in here. I'm going to watch the rest of my movie. very comfortable. I've chosen to take my coat off and just sleep in my sweater. I've got 4 layers on with this. I'm gonna leave my mitts on, my hat on. I thought I packed my balaclava. It's in there some, I don't know, it might not be in there, but I just don't want to put my face in because apparently that's a winter camping rule as well. Don't put your face inside your sleeping bag because it creates condensation. So anyway, I feel like I'm supposed to have vents open too. Am I supposed to have vents open? Anyway, all of you have a warm, wonderful night, and I'll see you all in the morning. There's totally a big party over there, and they don't sound like they're getting any closer, but there's like a light over there, right there. So it's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's at the house that's over there, but they're so loud. And the crazy thing is, I don't like going to provincial parks because I don't like dealing with having to listen to the parties. And lo and behold, I gotta listen to this party in the middle of the bush. Oh no, they're really loud. Sounds like they're having a good time. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but they're whooping and hollering. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into bed before I get too cold. Good morning. Man, I slept so good. It was so comfortable. It's chilly. Ooh. I'm gonna get up here and make a coffee and get some breakfast. Good morning. Oh, the sun over there is gonna be so pretty through those trees. Man, that's so beautiful. Oh, my fingers are getting cold. Hold on. So I just found, while you guys were watching that gorgeous sunrise, I was touring around a little bit. And I found this box last night, but I didn't really pay much attention to it because when I popped it open, the bag says rice pilaf on it, and it looks pretty foodie. So I thought it was just someone who left random food, but it's not. It's a book. So I signed it. No, I did not have a fire. Yes, I camped. Anyway, I need to get back in my tent because I wrote in that book, so now my fingertips are frozen. Oh my gosh, that's just so epic over there. I cannot get enough of it. I don't want to get back in my tent. I guess I could open the other side of it and see if I could see it, but I don't think I will. I think it's too far in the wrong direction for the way that I would be facing. Doesn't that look like a cozy setup? Oh, I wish I was staying more than one night. But the good news is this is like half an hour from my house, so I can come back whenever I want to. Maybe next time I come, I'll bring one of my little ones with me. I know Owen has been dying to get out to go try a winter camp. So now that I know I can survive it and stay super warm, maybe I'll do it with him. Thank you for a beautiful morning sunrise. All right, breakfast and coffee time. All right, so, I got a little bit of mega blood from yesterday from work. Oh, my pegs are frozen into the ground. Yeah, let's actually leave them like that for now.
Okay, as I was saying, so last night we were talking about some of the golden rules that I've kind of come across in doing my research for winter camping. And I'm gonna say that for the most part, a lot of the tricks were pretty solid. Don't get hot and sweaty. I didn't do that. And I was very, very much comfortable through the night. Now, I didn't, I slept in everything, like snow pants included. And I'm wondering if I had of not done that, would I have been just as comfortable? So now I guess the next experiment is to bring all the same gear. But oh yeah, there's a tea bag in the bottom of the bring all the same gear, but try to sleep with lighter layers and see if that makes a difference, makes me more cold. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this out. It's frozen solid. I didn't think that. Oh, there, we got it. Okay. All right, let's make some breakfast. Now, for those of you who haven't seen this little contraption before, my little stove pot set that I use is the Toaks Titanium. I'm using my sip pad nicely too. So Toaks Titanium, it's a cup and pot set. My drinks were getting cold really quickly because they're so thin. And then on top of that, you couldn't really hold them like this because it was so hot it would burn your hand. So I got some Reflectix and I made myself a cozy. I didn't make one for the little guy, but I might and see if I can fit it inside that one. And then it'll insulate both of them when I'm using them. Especially with the winter camping thing. I am absolutely thrilled at how enjoyable. Now, I think it would be a completely different story if it was a snowstorm and a blizzard and super windy. But for the most part, I would do this again with this kind of weather. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and my coffee, and I'll touch base with you guys in a bit.
Other than a flat spot, wouldn't know I was here. And it's all ready to go if anybody else wants to come camp here tonight. That was a perfect location. All right. Thank you very much. Wonderfully amazing campsite. All right, let's get trucking. You know, sometimes I just get a little too caught up in vlogging my adventures that I forget to be mindful and be present in my adventures. And I know I don't talk a lot about this kind of thing, but I do want to touch on it today because I am so incredibly overwhelmed by the happiness that is being created within me today, to the point that I'm feeling emotional over it. And I don't know if it's because I overcame a big hurdle in terms of fearing the cold. And even though I didn't feel an ounce of fear last night, I know yesterday was I going to be getting scared? Was I going to be getting cold? And so conquering that without anxiety, without fear, and enjoying this epic hike today with blue skies. Like, I don't remember the last time we saw that sunshine. And I'm just trying so hard to keep it together. But it's hard when you are in amongst such beauty. We've been hiking for about an hour. I'm going to say we're about maybe 1 kilometer from the car. And I think that's a good hike for today, especially with a full pack. And being not necessarily fully in shape for this kind of thing, even with all my running and everything. Oh, speaking of running, update. So I did my first goal race attempt for my 5K distance last weekend. My original personal best was 27:23, and last weekend I came in at 26:20. So definitely exploded my personal best out of the water to create a new one. So needless to say, that was a pretty amazing day. 2 amazing weekends in a row. Go figure. Anyway. Wow. I'm still just in awe of this whole day. But on that note, I'm going to make my way back to my car. I hope you enjoyed this trip as much as I did. And if anything, I hope it's inspired you to push your own limits. Get out there and try something new. Feel free to leave some comments. I'm curious to know your thoughts on some of my adventures today and what I did, and whether or not you've got suggestions on how to make things better. And if not, that's okay too. But I do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.